Hey guys, welcome back to Pretty Wild Liz. This is your host, Liz, and today I am going to give you guys a life update. So I did start working full-time from home. Thank God. I got a pretty good job and I am very happy with it. And I also am a full-time business student. I am going through the most difficult time. So just to get to the bottom of it, my stepfather, who I lived with for 16 years, passed away suddenly. He was only 46 years old. It was only me, my mom, and him living in our house. I love my biological father. I see him. My family. I have family and everything, but my immediate family, who I lived with, was my mom and my stepdad for 16 years. Now, I want to explain to you because we are in a pandemic right now, and people have seemed to have forgotten that. I forgot that for quite a while. So he got sick. His friend had it at his job, and I don't know how, I don't know the details, but he ended up getting it as well. So he ended up getting COVID, coronavirus, and he was sick for a while. He was sick for about a week. And my mom got sick too, but we were skeptical, as a lot of people are. We were skeptical. We weren't buying it. And so he was doing home remedies, and I was with him every day he was sick because I work from home. And the first couple of days it was like he has a cold. He was pretty okay. And then this past weekend, so by the way, it is October 31st, it's Halloween, and I'm not dressed for Halloween. I'm mourning, and when I mourn, I have this habit of wanting to go completely goth. So that's where we are right now. However, today is Saturday. He died not yesterday, but the previous Friday, so like the 23rd, I believe it was. And on Wednesday morning, like at 1:30 in the morning, he was just crying and he couldn't breathe. He was making noises, and my mom was sick too, but she wasn't as severe, and she was working and everything. So we're like, what's wrong, Nas? Like, come on, like, what is it? Man up. You just don't think it's as serious sometimes. And that's something I feel guilty for. I don't want to cry. I just did my makeup, so alright. Basically, it wasn't normal what was going on. I mean, it wasn't normal. And we thought he was just making himself hyperventilate, but he was crying, and there was a point where he didn't look himself anymore, and he was semi-coherent. I mean, we would have only known to just go to the hospital. Like, we should have just taken him sooner. We should have all gotten checked for COVID. I am positive for COVID. I don't have symptoms anymore. I am almost cleared, but I am in quarantine. So basically what had happened was that he couldn't breathe. He was coughing and coughing and coughing, and making these noises and crying, and he couldn't stand, and he couldn't bleed, and he was bleeding. But he didn't tell us. But basically, I come downstairs and I see him, and my mom's like, I don't know, like, Ness, do you want to go to the hospital? And I'm like, I'm calling the ambulance because you're scaring me now. You're scaring me. So I call the ambulance, and I mean, even the paramedics, they were like, you have to calm down, or you're making yourself hyperventilate. Like, we really thought, and that kills me with all my heart, that we didn't we just didn't think, because it was just so weird. Like, I was like, maybe he's having a stroke, and they took his blood pressure and it was fine. So we were just like, all right, let's just go, because he wasn't even coherent. He couldn't even stand up. So we're like, we're taking him. So they went first. My parents, obviously my stepdad was in the ambulance, and my mom followed in the car. And then about 30 minutes later, she calls me crying to go because it's not looking good. He had a whole bunch of blood in his stomach, and apparently when he got there, he died. He coded for 33 minutes. They resuscitated him, but at that point it was too late. They told us to prepare ourselves for the worst. They still had to run CTs and x-rays, but it wasn't looking good. When someone dies for that long, it takes a miracle for them to mentally be back. So he was brain dead. It's just so unreal. It's just so unreal. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. I have severe anxiety, and I feel like I'm being eaten alive inside. And this is why I did my makeup, because I've been doing stuff all day to distract myself, because when I think about it, it kills me. Or to have to come to terms with the fact that my stepdad, my funny, sweet, considerate stepdad, will no longer be in my life, will no longer cease to exist, is gut-wrenching, heartbreaking, unsettling. And my point of making this video is not just to give you an update on why, I've been out or gone for a while and why I haven't been keeping up, but it's also because we didn't take it serious. A lot of people, a lot of my acquaintances and people I've known for years, social media, it's back to normal. Everything's okay except the fact that you have to wear a mask and stay 6 feet away. When in reality, it's not. And if anything, we're going back to where we were when this first started. I just wanted to come on here because I wanted to tell the world, and especially the youth, that I am a conspiracy theorist to the core. But this virus, this monster, this beast, this demon is out here. And it is out to get us. I don't know. I no longer feel safe being around people. I don't want to come home and bring that to my mom and then lose my life. She is my life. You know what I mean? And I don't think that people are realizing how serious this actually is, whether it's man-made, whether it's not, whatever the case is at this point. It doesn't matter. I lived through it, and it's real. It's real. It just happened so sudden. He was fine, and we didn't believe it was that serious. My mom was still going to work, and we're like, Ness, man up. My mom is going to work. I just wanted to come on here to tell you guys, please follow the rules, follow the orders that the CDC gives. that the government gives. Stay 6 feet away. Don't party. Stop. The clubs are reopening. It's literally suicide. It's suicide. I have a boyfriend, and God, I'm sorry if you see this, Chris, but he loves to be out. He loves to be socializing, and I've told him, I'm like, this changed my whole life. My whole life has changed now. My whole life has changed now because of this. And he loves to be out and to socialize, and I am as much of a social butterfly as he is, but now that I experienced this, it's completely changed. And it's like, if he wants to go out, do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna be around a lot of people. I'm gonna be at a distance. I'm gonna wear my mask. And it's just not a game. And people are acting like the world is back to normal, and it isn't. There is a demon. It's called COVID, Corona, whatever you want to call it. And it is out to get people. And if we don't take this serious, we're going to lose our loved ones one by one. And there's nothing worse than losing someone that you love, because family is everything. That's all you have. Whether you argue with them, whether you agree with them or disagree with them, at the end of the day, that's your bloodline. And even with friends, sometimes, blood is just blood. Sometimes a friendship is even more. In my case, it's not. My bloodline is everything to me. But in certain people's lives, your friends are your family. And even with that being said, you're jeopardizing the people that you love. And I think that as a nation, we need to take things serious. We're not. I'm 26 years old, and up until this happened, I was out every weekend. Sure, there's social distancing everywhere you go, but going out every single weekend, it's inevitable. At some point, you're going to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, and you're going to end up with something. And until this virus is under control and there's an actual cure for it, we have to do our part, because we're hurting not only each other, our loved ones, we're losing people, and it is just an unbearable feeling. The last thing I want to say, guys, is to be kind to everyone. Even if they're not kind to you, just kill them with kindness. You never know what people are going through. You never know why they're acting like that. And I know it's hard because we live in the flesh. We're human. We get angry. We get upset. Things bother us. But what I have learned is that you can't. There's no reason to be. And I know that. And if you do, because it happens, say you're sorry. Apologize and mean it. And think about how you acted. And if it was that serious, I'm not saying if someone murders your baby or your mom, give them a hug and a kiss. But at the end of the day, love and forgiveness and kindness are the most important things in the whole wide world. Our bodies may die, but our souls are forever. And I don't know what comes after this life, but I want to be with my friends and family in a happy place. I want to believe there's a heaven. I do believe there is. And I just feel like we are too desensitized as humans, and we need to get back to our roots and our morals. So that's pretty much it. I'm mourning a death due to COVID, and it is apparent, so it is, I can't even describe how it feels to be in this position. And if you have been in this position, my heart and my soul go out to you, and my prayers, and lots of love, because I know it is not easy, and it hurts so much that you want to die too. And God gave us life, you know, choose life, he says. But when you lose someone you love, it's like, where do I go from here? That was my mom's best friend, and I don't want to get married now. I don't know. I feel like my world is like, that's it. I have to be with my mom now forever. And I know that can't happen. I know that I have to live life too, but it's just, that's how losing a parent makes you feel. Losing anyone makes you feel. You just want to be with the person who's hurting the most, and you don't want to leave them. So lastly, you know, like I said, be responsible, guys. Let's notch down on the partying. Let's stop thinking that things are normal. It's not normal yet. Please, you know, everyone, stay safe, stay 6 feet away. There's no need to party like as hard as everyone's going right now. It's like people are dying. Like it's ridiculous, you know. I understand a little, you know, maybe a couple of people, if you know that they've been good, you know, but I don't know, I'm just stay safe, be kind, love each other. You just never know what people are going through. And lastly, to Nestor, I know you won't see this, or maybe you will. I don't know what the heavens are like. Maybe you are watching me, but if you are, I'm so sorry, and I love you so much. You are amazing, and I'm gonna miss you so much. Our world's never gonna be the same. You'll be with us in our thoughts every day. I'm really sorry, Nes. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you guys in my next video.